Coming at you.
Wait, I fucking knew
Coming
it.
at you.
I fucking knew it. This is. Oh, no, we're doing it now.
We're on.
waiting for like some music or something.
No, that's later.
add it
No,
on later?
I added in. Oh, you want it now? I feel like-
Coming at you.
There it is.
Let's do it.
You know what was awesome? I just listened to. Oh, I didn't listen to. I watched a bunch of Vampiro matches earlier today, and I forgot that sweet ICP song that they made. It's like,
Which
if
one, dude?
it was up to me,
Oh, take it.
take it. Yeah,
Duh.
that's it.
Yeah.
You would have to take it. Take it. I was just like, what the fuck?
It's
But
maddening.
I had that CD. This is episode 54 of the Finger Poke of Doom
Was it a
podcast.
WCW like?
It was.
This is WCW the music type thing, or
Yeah, and it
It
had.
was on one of those.
It had-
compilations,
Hell yeah.
Didn't we have that in your car for the longest time, and I always made you listen to it?
I had like 5 different like WWF, WCW soundtracks. Yeah.
And,
I remember listening. We blew
even
the speaker
soundtracks.
in my mom's Jeep. Going, we were playing a show. I can't remember. And we listened to ICP the whole way down, and we fucking blew a speaker in her fucking Jeep.
Hell yeah, we did. Whoop whoop. No, that's okay. And I did just send you that hockey jersey today that I want.
Amazing
The
Jekyll
Amazing Jekyll Brothers hockey jersey.
Oh shit!
But on that WCW CD, there was random tracks scattered. It was like 26 tracks. It was 12 musical tracks, and it was just scattered stuff of like 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Oh,
and
it
then
had
Conan's music would play. That would be the next track. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool.
Episode 54 of the Finger Poke of Doom podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter at FNGR Poke of Doom. Follow us on Instagram at Finger Poke of Doom Podcast. We changed it up.
Yes.
When you listen to this, the new shirts will be out. They drop today, which is today is now Halloween because it comes out tomorrow. Yeah. We got a special guest with us.
The beautiful sound.
The man of 1,000 bands.
Yes.
The J Crown man himself, Mr. Darrell. I don't play chess. Darrell, you
So-
don't play chess.
He might.
Yeah, Darrell was on an
He
episode.
he plays a lot of other games.
Yeah, it's funny that you don't play chess.
The
but you
game
play,
master.
Like,
I mean, I know how to play. I just.
oh well, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play.
But no, I was on an episode with my brother.
Yeah, we had it's a lost episode because the phone fucked up or whatever, and
No, it recorded it in pieces. Remember
oh,
that?
that's right. And
It was like 30-second.
and it would
increments.
over record, so it would record like 10 minutes, and then when that piece was done, it would record over that 10 minutes.
Weren't we on our way to a show?
Yeah, AIW. We had. How old was your brother?
He's like 19 years younger than me. So he's like 13 now.
So he was like 11 then.
Yeah.
No, he had to been 12 because we've only been doing this for a year.
Right.
And that's the night that we found out he hated Paul Heyman. You remember that? And we just all
Yeah.
started giving him shit for like 10 straight minutes. We're just like, why would you do that?
He's
Woke
like, I
him
just
up on
don't
the way
like
back
Paul
home.
Heyman. What
What's
is
wrong
your
with you?
fucking problem?
Yeah, that was a great episode, but man, I got sauced on the way up there. John was with us then. Now he's
I
dead.
felt like John was like, have you watched Little Miss Sunshine?
Mm-hmm.
He was like giving your brother like advice about the world, like he started to, and then it was like, let me tell you one word of advice: fuck a lot of women. I felt like that's what John was gonna go into.
Did
I
you?
mean, y'all basically said as much anyways.
Oh yeah, especially me and Tim when we went to wrestling with him, and then your brother just started yelling at the crowd when we thought he was yelling at the wrestlers. Remember that?
Oh yeah, he was just calling like people in the crowd white trash, like rock star.
Yeah, like we were like
Wasn't heckling the wrestlers, just talking shit to all the people in the crowd.
the people sitting directly in front of us.
At Rockstar,
And I think it called him like a fat hillbilly, and we were just
Yeah.
like, "Oh
my-
shit!"
I don't feel like fighting
And then
tonight.
the best part, Tim was like, "Yeah," like right there with him, like, and like, man, you and I've taken your brother to like couple now.
Yeah, Ring of
my-
Honor, we went and saw Kevin Steen, like his second to last Ring of Honor show. 'Cause that was
You
his
took him when he
Cincinnati.
was the El Patron.
He wrestled,
Roderick
Silas-
Strong.
Did he wrestle Silas Young in that
Yeah.
show?
Oh, he went to that one too.
He went to that one. I remember that.
Patron?
And
Roderick
we
Strong.
took Drew, and that was the time like Drew was
Oh,
like
that's right. I forgot about that.
during that match. You see Drew was like really into it because like when something happened, he would like jump up like, oh my god, and it's like your brother was there like, oh, yeah.
Man, He's gonna be like the smarkiest smark whenever he gets like a little older. You know what I mean?
No.
They'll just be like, didn't happen in the Tokyo Dome.
Yep.
Your brother's gonna be the next Meltzer. That'd be
Minus
sweet,
5 stars.
but if he has that bod, Meltzer's jacked. I don't know if you've seen him lately.
I have.
Yeah, he's on the juice. What if he was actually on steroids?
He's bigger than half of the wrestlers in the locker room.
Brian Cage is his personal trainer.
Shit.
So, we're gonna bullshit a lot today, but we're just gonna talk mainly about New Japan because they just had it's the semifinals of the Super Junior Tag, and now that if you don't know, you'll know here in a minute. The finals are
Super 69.
Super 69, the Taguchi ass man himself, and Go-Go
real ass
ACH.
man.
Yeah, the last ass man. And Go-Go ACH versus Roppongi 3K, which is odd because I feel like it's been a minute before the champs have been in the finals.
Now, if they win, do they get to pick? Can they challenge
know.
it? Can they challenge their wrestlers?
I don't know.
That's because I've always if Okada wins G1, does Okada just get to pick? Does he?
Yeah, I don't know how that would
It's
work.
I want to face Kenny at Tokyo Dome, that type of thing.
I was hoping LIJ would have won today
And
and then
face
lost in the
Taguchi.
finals,
Right.
so that way like Super 69 win in the finals. That way Super 69 could lose to Roppongi 3K and then still later on set up that rematch against LIJ. But
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever long-term booking in the junior tag division like that. It's
No,
usually just
no.
every wrestle. Like I was telling you earlier, every Wrestle Kingdom is always a
It's like a
multi-tag
four-way,
match. It's never, there's no storyline going into
And
it.
now-
It's just madness.
And now the Bucks don't even have a match. So they're probably going to be, after all this is said and done, it's probably going to be a 4-way. You know what I mean?
But it would be sweet if the Bucks came back and it was like Roppongi 3K and the Bucks.
It'd be sweet if they came back during World Tag League and were heavyweights.
That's just fantasy booking, dog.
Yep.
Calm
He
down.
always-
Dude.
You have no.
You
You
don't
have
even know
not been. Just wait.
You don't even know the route that I'm about to go down.
Yep.
One
ready.
time I tried linking together Ghost Rider and Magnum TA. Almost worked. And then Keenan's microphone just went like,
And Lee was like, I thought about turning you down, but it was just yeah, what do you think of that? Oh yeah, that's crazy. Oh yeah, man, I like that too.
Post a track of just me talking, but it just sounded like
It was
just psychobabble. If I would have done that, not far off from real talk, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, Omega and I think it was Chase Owens. They dressed up. I think that was Chase Owens that was supposed to be the genie.
was Marty
Marty was not Jafar. Was that
Aladdin.
Aladdin? Who the fuck's Jafar?
Jafar's the villain.
Oh, he should have been Jafar.
You don't know your
Well,
Disney?
yeah,
dude?
I never thought about
No,
that.
I'm a grown man. What are you talking about?
I have.
I
to.
do know other stuff.
I have to know it.
I cut it off at Aladdin because, I don't know. I don't want to get into Disney chatter, but
Let's not get crazy. I can.
let's not get crazy right now.
I
but
can.
Let's just say Fox and the Hound is the only Disney movie you need to see. That's where I'm in that conversation, and not Lion King.
Coming at you.
Came out as Aladdin characters.
Let's just start a new podcast called Disney Talk.
Hey.
and,
I
and it's only about one movie, Fox and the Hound.
Yep.
Now, what did you say?
No,
Fox-
you were saying.
Oh.
We're getting back on track.
Yeah.
Well, good
This
luck.
is a normal Finger Poker Doom podcast.
So yeah, the final will be Roppongi and Super 69, which is such a great. That's a great name. But you didn't get to watch it, or maybe that was yesterday. Yeah, it was. No, maybe it was today. Dude, today's just running like it.
You're always like this on a Monday because you don't
everything's
work.
kind of like running together. So it's like, did Liger and Tiger Mask wrestle today?
That was this morning.
Okay, that's when he tried ripping his mask off and stuff. Dude, we're getting Kish and Liger.
You did think it was going to happen in the you called it that would happen.
Because-
you think
I
it's
remember
the
you thinking
Kish
it
and
was going
at
to happen during the tournament.
I bet we'll get a special attraction match with
at what? When? Kishin at Wrestle Kingdom.
maybe. But
didn't you say that Taichi was the last person to bring?
Now it's
bring
El
up-
Desperado.
now it's Desperado. Or was it Kanemaru? It was either one of them. What if fucking both Tiger Mask and Liger turn into Kishin? That both characters go like demon.
That'd be cool.
But see,
That one with Muda, I still like every once in a
Oh, it's
while
great.
pull that up.
But if you
It's
notice, like Liger just started fucking hossing on everyone because they attacked him as they were coming out, and it seemed like it pissed Liger off, like legit, because he was like,
Is this Liger's last Wrestle Kingdom?
he hasn't said anything. He's been going away for about 3 years now. So,
Yeah.
the hell is that noise? Oh, it's a coffee machine.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! I was just like,
It's a bomb. Don't move.
don't worry. Every show that we do, there's some type of noise, or a dog, or I don't even know what. Keenan's dog, about the 30-minute mark of every episode, just starts barking.
She's probably barking right now, knowing that
Great.
we're doing this.
I'm loving it. I love not
was
hearing her
Julie
bark.
coming home last time bringing coffee, and
God, that dog went
That dog was like,
fucking ape shit. I was just like, God damn. But Kishin Liger, I hope it happens, and I hope it happens to the point the next time they rip the mask, that he's already full. He's ready to go, because that's the way Muda did it when he ripped the mask. That's what was underneath.
I feel like the right place would be Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, I do too. Oh, I don't want to see it in a tag though, but I don't want it to be a dead giveaway like, oh, Liger's wrestling El Desperado in a special attraction match. Like, well, why is that so special? Because he's fucking Kishin Liger. You know what I mean? It'd be sweet regardless. I don't give a fuck if it's in an 8-man tag or he was in the Battle Royal.
he just all of a
Right.
sudden
Which
just
he could,
breaks
that
out.
could be very well where it would go down. That crazy ass Battle Royal.
Who won it? Who was it last year? Was it
Michael
Norton?
Elgin.
Michael Elgin won it last year.
Yeah, I think it was because he cashed in against Omega and won the Intercontinental. I
Yep.
think that's what it was, yeah. Which makes that Battle Royal mean something now because the first time we watched Wrestle Kingdom, they did it. It meant jack shit.
It was a clusterfuck.
Dude, it was like the Great Kabuki was in it, and everybody was
was
just like,
cool,
yeah, it was cool, but he literally just stood in the corner and breathed heavy. Like, he was just like, like, that's all he did. I got to turn the fucking heat on.
So do we? This is Power Struggle, and then World
Road
Tag
to Power
League,
Struggle right now. Yeah, then we got Power Struggle next.
and then World Tag League,
Yeah.
and then that's it. When do? Because I watched a thing on
I'm back.
YouTube. Do they announce more matches at Power Struggle for Wrestle Kingdom?
Well,
I feel like it's just going to build up to.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's going to be more laying foundation or the road to Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't know about that, to be honest. I feel like we're going to get one, maybe two matches out of World Tag League. Well, other than the final. And I don't even know who the fuck is going to be in the tag league this year now.
Will they announce that at Power Struggle?
I think they do.
Have they already announced some teams though? Like didn't Nagata?
None.
Didn't they say? Or were people speculating that
It's all-
Nagata would be in
It's
it?
all Sprague
Yeah.
relations. Now, if they don't do it at Power Struggle, they'll do it. They'll have a special attraction day. Like this morning at 1:30, they had a contract signing for Power Struggle.
What was that?
That was Ibushi, Tanahashi, Trent, and Omega. It was all the matches.
Which
that are
I
still
am really stoked
yeah,
about
fuck
Trent
yeah.
and Omega.
real juiced. It was all the matches that were announced. They just like solidified them
Yeah.
essentially.
Is Okada in a like
I don't think he has
Chaos
a match.
and Lij?
I don't think he
match?
had. Well, yeah. So it'll probably be like an 8-man.
It's pretty crazy that Trent's jumping up to fighting Omega after he just got out of feud with Tokyo Pimp. You know what I
It's
mean? That's
great.
like a crazy leap.
Poor Tokyo Pimp. I saw a picture.
I'm not mad about it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
no,
a sweet
I am.
match.
Yeah,
it's the
I'm
pimp's
fucking
time.
pissed.
What if he like challenges Suzuki next? Like it just would not matter.
With
Who?
the Tokyo Pimp or
Tokyo
Trent?
Pimp. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Exactly. That belt right now is just like it's still my favorite belt, but right now it's just like whoever. All right, you were in the line at the bathroom. All right, you're the new.
I
number
know
one
it don't have the
contender.
same
Like,
feel since like Shibata doesn't have it.
well,
like,
since Shibata and Ishii And fucking even Nagata was in the running for that belt.
I mean, I'm pumped that Suzuki has the belt.
Oh,
Don't
no,
get me wrong.
I am too.
Well, he has belt. He has all the belts. He just lends them out.
Yeah, did you not hear that?
My bad.
He says he owns all the belts. He owns New Japan. He just has them out. He just
Until
doesn't-
he wants to get them.
He picks which one he wants. And I was just like, God damn. All right, psycho. Like,
Psychobabble.
yeah.
Again.
But yeah, it's sweet that he has the belt, but he's not. I don't know. I feel like there's just not shit happening with
All
him.
he ever does is pour beer
I
on
agree.
it. That's all he ever does. He's just like, okay, whatever. I have this belt.
But he did that with every belt.
I know.
Yeah, that's the best part. Like, remember when they stacked all those Noah belts up?
He threw the NWA
Yeah.
tag
It's
belts
like,
on the
this belt's
ground.
Shit.
So
Wait, are you this one?
yeah, I'm that one right there.
That's myself.
I'm this one.
Okay.
Somebody's home.
Oh, special guest.
I thought
Sammy.
I thought she locked herself. I thought the door was unlocked and she just locked herself out.
That'd be really funny. God, I can't get these fucking levels right
There, get that.
now. Boom, got it. Branson. Yeah, so who knows what the fuck's going to happen with that thing? Because at Wrestle Kingdom, I don't even think it'll be like a special match. I think it'll just be another fucking match. It'll probably be against Goto again, which I don't want. Because I want
Yeah.
Goto
And Ishii.
and
That's what I
Ishii in a
want.
tag match. I want them in the tag league as a tag team.
I mean, Goto doesn't have anything else going on for him. Like, he
Neither
might as
does
well team up with
Ishii.
Ishii, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
That
fucking,
sucks. And Ishii came off like that. There's match like in the summer with him and Omega. Like that was like people's like match of the.
He's been hot for like the last year.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't put on bad matches.
Yeah, I know. And it's just like they don't have anything for him, so I really do hope him and Goto go into a tag.
That would make dude. They were in the tag league last year. I
People
think.
wanted that last year. That's what I heard.
because remember it was him. It was Goto and Ishii because Goto did that, like that fireman carry neck breaker on the knee,
Oh,
and then
gosh.
Goto slid in with a clothesline. That was like one of their moves. I was like, fuck, this is great. Like, but if you remember right, they thought something was going to happen with Goto the next year, and they just.
Didn't go with that,
I love
yeah.
Goto, but man, he just
Well, he had a match. We talked about it before. He had a match really high up on Wrestle Kingdom card.
go to the front of the mic.
I am. Oh
It was like an
I am
it was
not.
an IC match, wasn't it? He was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
no, he was in the. It was him and Shibata for the
Oh, that's right.
never
It was
wait.
It was because last year it was Tanahashi and Naito.
Because it went never, then it went Intercontinental, and then it went because they were like third from the top last year.
I will say this about
Word.
Intercontinental. I wouldn't be shocked if Ibushi wins the title at Power Struggle. I just would. It would not. I wouldn't put it past Gato. Like, honestly, because they're like kind of making a big deal about this match. Like they're doing contract signings.
so like,
Ibushi's acting like a straight fucking dick in the ring. Like he's almost acting like a heel, and he's just like attacking Tanahashi after the matches and shit, which I love because it's like a side of Ibushi that you don't see. In New
Maybe this
Japan
could
that
set up for the Ibushi and Omega for that IC title at Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, if
that'd be a whole lot of stuff going on in a really short amount of time. I feel like to get there.
yeah, I feel like if they did that, they needed to start when G1 ended. They needed if they wanted to do.
Like let Tanahashi defend against Ibushi first before Saber. And then-
Exactly.
yeah.
I
But
bet we don't get Omega and Ibushi at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
I bet we don't. I bet he lays it down at New Year's Dash though. That's when we'll see.
What's the big thing after New Year's Dash?
You don't know.
No. What's the big?
Oh, not Dominion. Or is it?
I think
Dominion?
it's Dominion.
Okay.
But either way,
Dominion.
that's
But it's in February, because Fantastic Mania is in January,
Yeah.
which is always tight. And they already
Yeah.
released the names for it. And your dude's coming back, the Barbarian
Kevin-
Caveman. Yeah.
Cavernaria.
Yeah, he's so fucking good. Just has a bunch of Sharpie marks all over his body. But I bet you that's when we'll get the Ibushi Omega lead.
Because what's the one where Naito won the title? What was that?
Is it last year?
No. When he won the, it wasn't last year. It wasn't last year.
Yeah,
Never mind. I'm already thinking ahead to Wrestle Kingdom.
It was last year, and it was at. Was it at Dominion? Well, it had to be in. It had to been at like Dominion or something like that because we saw him have the title at that Ring of Honor pay-per-view that we went to in Chicago.
Right. And that was in May, so it happened.
Yeah, it had to happen right around that time. Wouldn't be King of. It doesn't matter. Is it? Well, I'll tell you.
Because I know that's a big
it was at
event. That's
Osaka
where
Joe.
things.
That's where it was.
It might have been Dominion.
That's his
Is that where
hometown.
they have the Wrestle Kingdom rematches? A lot of Wrestle Kingdom rematches happen there. Because wasn't that?
No, that's always like that's in like May.
Well,
when they do
isn't that's what I'm talking about?
Okay,
that's
well,
where.
that's not
where.
That's not the next event.
Yeah, but that's like always a big event.
Right. No. Oh, you're saying they would wait till May.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Maybe. I mean, we're only speculating here.
Yeah.
But I bet you at New Year's Dash we get the blueprint for Ibushi versus Omega, or Omega and Ibushi versus someone. Because who knows at this point? Because they're teasing that they're killing Kenny off on that being the elite, and I know that's just a fucking goofy YouTube thing, that they do.
Yeah.
But it's played into wrestling storylines before.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what happens, though, I like the little subtle teasing.
Yeah.
Of the,
oh,
you
yeah.
know. So like I'm fine just writing it out and
Just him meeting.
let them drop it when they're ready.
Yeah, exactly. Just him meeting Ibushi in that hallway and giving him a hug.
Right.
Juiced me for another year.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I was just like, oh my God. Like,
That's right after he lost and
Yeah.
at G1.
because like, and then all the weird like little TV show things they were doing. Like, I don't know if you saw any of that. Like,
No.
Where he's like, I'm interested in Kenny. I'm not interested in his belt. I'm interested in him.
so essentially, like, it was like this live TV show, like a reality show, and Kota Ibushi was on this panel, and they were judging wrestlers,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, judging Okada and all these people, and it got to Omega, and it just went to Kota, like, and
No,
he was just
he's like, are you interested? They asked him, he was like, are you interested in Kenny's U.S. title? And he's like, I'm more interested in Kenny than I am his title. It's the same thing, like,
It's a
Naito
straight
goes
up
on there and
lover's
he kind of like cuts a little loose. You've seen it where he's like on there like laughing and smiling. It's like two girls are on there or something with him. And it's like they bring other wrestlers on there. I've seen it a couple times.
it's the same show where the Okada was just on,
Yeah.
and the woman goes up, Okada's in his gear,
Uh-huh.
and she wants to touch his thigh.
I did see it as a comedian.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh my God," she said something like, "It's magical," like just touching his thigh. That's it. And Okada had that shit smile, like,
Right.
ugh. Like it's
But it was that same show.
yeah. Man, fucking Okada is so fucking funny, especially on those weird like backstage things that they always do, like the one where that's with Yano's video. You ever see that where they're like all trying to be super serious?
No.
And Okada's cry laughing because he can't keep it in. And then he just starts karaokeing like an asshole. And everyone is sitting around the table just like... And like, not this one, Nakamura was in it. And he's like fucking singing like shitty and crying laughing. And they're all like, shut the fuck up. oh my God. Like this is fucking great.
I hope they have some like big entrances, like
Dude, that first Wrestle
For
Kingdom
that.
we saw, that was the best entrances. Like when he was fighting a dinosaur.
No, he came out with like the
That
huge
giant
like, Final
sword,
Fantasy, like,
yeah.
Monster Hunter style almost.
that's
like,
whenever Finn Balor came out as like a zombie. He came out of that
Yeah.
coffin.
Because that
He
was his
like,
last
walking,
Wrestle
like
Kingdom.
dragging the belt behind him and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy to
Kushida
think.
came out in the DeLorean that year, right?
Is that where he came
Mhm.
out and he brought Alex Shelley out with him? Like he went back to the past
Right, it was his return match.
Yep.
Yeah.
and to get Alex Shelley.
Shelley. That's the way he sounds. Alex
A and J Styles.
I don't know if I told you that.
Yeah,
What? Fucking God damn. But yeah, and that's when Nakamura came out. Was that when he came out with the women?
Is that when they were like pole dancing?
That wasn't Wrestle Kingdom.
Are
I
you
don't
sure?
think. I don't
Or is
think it
that
was
where
Wrestle
he
Kingdom.
had the crown? Is that the year he came out with
That
the
might
crown
have been
on?
that one.
Well, that was the last one.
Mm.
The most recent one that he was in when he wrestled AJ Styles.
Okay.
The Crown.
Was
That
it?
was when
I
he
thought it was.
That was when he switched to those fucking baggy pants, and I just was like, ugh. I hate them. I just
know.
fucking hate them. You wear baggy pants, I'm not gonna like you. I made the
Exception for
him. Yeah.
Mayor Fuji.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Mayor Fuji's pants are getting a little tighter. They are. I don't.
He's been listening.
Thank God. Thank God he's been listening to this fucking podcast and know not to wear those flared Mickey James jeans. Her shins have skirts. God. Yeah. Yeah, like I've said it for like the past 3 episodes. This is my favorite time of the year for wrestling 'cause it's like a build. And
It's like August to January. It's like just a huge just
Some of my favorite
storyline
stuff.
build.
yeah. Oh fuck yeah. And like people were like, it's just really funny to watch a person like Evil become like one of the biggest wrestlers in Japan. Like he's up there. He's on that top.
I mean, they put a lot of effort into his last
Yeah.
entrance when he wrestled Okada. Like, they wouldn't just do that for, a nobody.
Just anybody, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? And it's like now, unfortunately, he's kind of in the cut. But you know what's funny? I totally forgot until this morning that he has that never 6-man. Him, Sonata, and Bushi still
Sometimes I
have it.
just kind of forget that that
It's
championship
there.
exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
It
think
means
that
nothing.
like they're trying to build new stars or build up different stars is because I really think that they had something with Shibata. And like he had that that match was like amazing with him and Okada.
Oh, I bet.
But then like I think there was more stuff to come for
But
him.
his health issues
Yeah.
But
like,
it
messed
just
up a lot
he just
of
collapsed and
plans.
stuff like that. Because that match, like even like with like Meltzer, like we talk about it, like Meltzer was like, okay, that's 5 stars, regardless. Like and then he collapsed and he couldn't do anything. And it's like you see the reaction that he got, just his music coming out, and like there was women in the crowd like crying that he was just coming out to be in front of the crowd and say, I'm alive.
Yeah.
That's all.
So let me ask you guys this then. I'll ask you, and then I'll ask you. Well, I'll ask it, but I want 2 separate people
Mhm.
who are 2 people outside of the normal realm of New Japan, like the normal signees, like people in and out of New Japan
Mm-hmm.
that you would like to see in New Japan. American, German, doesn't matter. I have one that I'm dying to see, and it's Shuji Ishikawa. I want to see him in the fucking picture, just 'cause he's a fucking hoss cat. He's a big son of a bitch, and he can wrestle. But I think everybody always says Matt Riddle. They're like they want Matt Riddle, but I think he just kind of
Matt
he
Riddle-
kind of fucked that up.
Yeah.
Which is funny that just now came to light. You know what I mean? Like, he's been fucking smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a
Yeah.
surprise to
It's
anybody.
like on the Bleacher Report why he didn't go back to UFC, and they're just like, oh, what the fuck?
But no,
They
like,
said what PWG on We Watch Wrestling. They were talking about how fucking baked he was this last PWG show.
Matt Riddle, I have the same issue with him that I have with Zack Sabre, and it's like they're both really good technically, but their facial expressions just
Just ruin it for you.
sour me. They just sour me on the matches sometimes. Like Zack Sabre, he can still put on great matches. I'm fine, but Matt Riddle, like, I cannot enjoy his matches because he always has a goofy ass smile on his face or something. I just can't take. I just can't take it
He's got the
serious.
fucking. He is Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
Like legit, that is him. I don't. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I just
That's him. But yeah, and another one I would like to see, but I don't know how it'd work. Would be Pentagon. But I don't know. He would have to join Lij, of course.
I mean, without even having to worry about like storylines,
Right,
Like
yeah.
Pentagon, it would be sweet to see Pentagon.
I just don't know
New
where
Japan.
he would fit in or how he would fit in there. 'Cause he seems kind of reckless. Not in the ring, just like attitude wise. Or Walter. That's another.
That's what I was thinking. Walter,
Mm-hmm.
and then if he would be more aggressive, Keith Lee.
Yeah.
But like he's like a big lovable dude,
Yeah.
no matter even if he's mad or
oh,
something.
you're saying he just needs to look like he has more
I
of a
think
mean
he needs
streak
to.
and, like,
He would have to come in and just fucking kill
have a
someone.
Fale attitude. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he could be what I wish Fale was.
Right.
Because Fale is not
Tongan.
as not as athletic. Like he's athletic, but he's
Yeah.
not on like what the size and everything.
But
of
if Keith Lee had that underboss gimmick, like, I would eat that shit up.
I mean, he kind of did. Well, he didn't really. That's stupid. When we first saw him in Ring of Honor, he had that bodyguard.
Or Shane Taylor, and he
Yeah,
just like
that was fucking tight,
wrecked
too.
the Briscoes, right? Was that in
It was
Columbus?
Briscoes and War Machine. They just destroyed both, and we were just like, who
And
the
then he left.
fuck
That
is
went
this?
nowhere, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel bad for Shane Taylor. He just can't catch a break, man. But that's
Yeah.
digressing.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, Walter and Keith Lee. But like I said, Keith Lee would have to come in with a like
An aggressive
if
attitude.
like whoever Switchblade is when we get
Yeah.
into it, like
oh boy,
that
who is
person,
it?
I felt like that person would come in with a really aggressive attitude, like Hiromu.
Takahashi, yeah.
When we saw him, he was just a fun-loving dude. When we saw him in Columbus, like just, but when he came in last year, with that-
Pre-time bomb.
and pre-time bomb, but when he came in as time bomb, and then that match where he was wearing shorts and he was pissed off that they didn't like sign him, and he was like he did that power bomb to the outside, and that aggression that he shows now is what Keith Lee would have to show.
Speaking of his aggression,
in.
man, he fucked up. It was that Show or Yo? His chest.
Oh, that was Yo.
Oh my gort, dude. The day before he fucked him up. They had like a slap battle, just going back and forth, and then you say it was Yo? Yeah, it's
Mhm.
Yo. Yeah. For some reason I can't remember his name. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. Anyways,
Like Matsu.
yeah, I think it's because it doesn't matter. And like he was like losing, and everybody in the corner was like, "Come on, come on, come on, keep going!" And he'd like turn around and just get fucking decked by Hiromu. And they're like, "No, keep going!" And and then today they had the same chop battle, and his chest was just bleeding. I was just
Instantly
like-
started bleeding.
I was like, "Oh,
That's-
fuck!"
Because you could, I mean, it was
that."
already red as fuck.
Yeah, you could see his hand from the day before, and then he just kept laying it on. I was like, "Fuck all that." Not trying to get Marufuji.
Man, you know who would be? I was thinking while you're talking about that.
You can,
Timothy Thatcher and Suzuki.
if he was in Suzuki Goon, that'd
Like
be
if it
great.
was them two facing each other. Because for that for like a never title, I think that right there, because both of them just lay it in, and both of them are like submission, like
right.
they're wrestlers.
I almost like wrestlers facing Suzuki that aren't that. It's like when Ospreay wrestled Shibata. Everybody's like, "Oh, this match is gonna suck." That match was fucking great.
Because
Right.
Shibata was just like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
And then
Yeah.
also Suzuki and AJ Styles having like matches a year.
Yeah, and that
a
was
couple years
awesome.
ago. Yeah, but then again, but to be fair, that's against AJ Styles.
Right. But then I also want to see Suzuki and someone else just beat the fuck out of each other
Yeah.
for 30 straight minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what
I
happens
want
to
to
your
see
bodies.
him and Yano in a bull
You know what I mean?
match.
Yeah, and a fucking they're having. I don't know if you know that the Yano Suzuki match is a bull rope match.
Yeah.
That's why he was hanging the big man. Oh,
Oh, Kitamura.
Kitamura.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he
that
fucking
dude
hung him.
stepped up to him and he just chopped him the fuck down. It's
Yep.
Like, you
He's a-
think
You're hanging the big man.
that he sees that dude and he's like, "That's the first one I'm going for." Like when he goes out there, because Oka's hurt.
You
The
gotta
other
show.
big
You gotta
guy?
show
Oh,
dominance.
is he? I didn't realize that.
I think he hurt his knee again or something. I bet you that whenever he goes out to beat up the young boys, he searches for that dude. He's like, "Well, he's not here. I'll just beat up this guy. I'll beat up the Red Shoes' son."
Yeah.
You know, like, because that one time he got out of the ring, he beat the fuck out of that kid. Like he just like mercifully was just like beating him, and I was just like, "Oh shit!" And it was Red Shoes' son. I was like, "Fuck it." I wonder if like what do you say to him? Don't hit my son.
Yeah.
You
do
48-year-old
it.
man. Like,
Do that next time.
not so much. But yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? Oh, who was your other?
Yeah.
sorry.
No, not my
Sorry.
other. I didn't even give you two yet.
Oh,
Oh, I
sorry.
thought you did, yeah.
No.
All right,
So,
what about you, Keenan?
I
was-
fuck off.
I just jumped in.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna do.
Did you
'cause
say
you guys chose people
Masari?
from the Indies, so I'll just choose some people from WWE. But I'd
Sasha
really like to
Banks.
see Chad Gable. I think he'd be entertaining in New Japan, like in the juniors.
That'd be interesting to see in the juniors.
I mean, he
Yeah.
would have to be in
Right.
the
Yeah.
juniors.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's a little bit different than anybody else. Like, he would fit well with everybody in the
He got the
juniors.
AJ stamp of approval. He
I
was
th-
like, man.
I think he would do good in Japan.
So Chad Gable would be one, and then obviously Cesaro. I mean, he has
Yeah.
Japanese experience, but I think he would
Right.
excel.
Yeah. Oh, I think he would become the star that they want him to be, or that he wants to
I
be.
think like him and Sheamus as a tag team,
That
like
would be
is
good.
great.
Oh, I
Can you
would love-
imagine them two fucking hossing it in Japan, like
Rather watch-
together?
I'd rather watch that than God.
Yeah.
Even though I love Tama, but
Oh God, I hate you, motherfucker. That's like my favorite thing about them. They just don't
shit
care.
talk.
But like, man, like the whole like them as a tag team. Like I remember when they was like, oh man, they're putting them together, and it's like now it's just like their chemistry is just.
Yeah, they made it work.
That's. It's like you give Cesaro
I
like
think I
anything.
just submitted. I just got tired of fighting. See, after
Right,
seeing like the
right.
best of 7 and all this shit, and then I'm like, oh great, now they're a fucking tag team.
Yeah, and that and
Like
none of that made it,
I just gave up, and I'm like, okay, you win.
And now
That's
they're-
fine,
Yeah.
fine with it.
now they're
I've
the
got
Miz
it.
Taraj.
They are the Miz Taraj.
Where the fuck are the other two?
One sick.
One, or is he?
Or did
Are you on
aliens
some
get him?
conspiracy shit? Go
Dude,
ahead, lay it on me.
Well, you do know that Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is a
Tell me.
he is a conspiracy nut.
Okay.
Bo Dallas
You
is
No,
Switchblade.
like 100%,
Yeah.
like for real. And he believes in lizard people. This is all real.
Okay.
He was on
So
Jericho.
are they responsible for the Mistrage?
Yes.
Now you're
They
catching
are.
on.
All right.
You're
They
a quick,
are the lizard people.
This quick learner right here. He went down and had talks with the head lizard. And when he was in the deep depths of the earth, much like what you'll see on Stranger Things, where they go down and they see this shit. That's where he went.
When you said he goes
But-
down the main lizard, I think you're talking about like lot lizards. He's talking to the main lizard.
That'd be great. Anyways, Bo knows football and
Lizard people.
boom. Hook, line, sinker. He goes
Bo
down.
knows wrestling and lizard people.
What if he just came back with that gimmick, the Bo nose gimmick, and he just that'd be so good. And he wore like a baseball jersey with football pants and cleats. Just like this guy's.
pads
confused.
over
Anyway,
top
let's
of
get back to what we're talking about.
What are we talking?
He has a
Lizard
meeting
people.
with Head Lizard, but on the way back, because his body's not used to it, because they go down in lizard form, they don't go down in human form. His body's not used to the different parasites that we don't know about, that are not of this earth, and everything from Stargate. And he goes back up.
That was
He's
episode
summoning crap.
54.
He has the parasite, goes back, talks to his brother, Bray, shakes the hand, slips him the worm under the nail. Doesn't even know it. Spinkle meningitis. Flagellar
All she
meningitis.
wrote.
Now, guess what? Guess who the best booker of WWE
Pharyngomagonitis.
is? Lizard people. They're the best booker for WWE.
Speaking
There's
of
my
WWE,
conspiracy corner.
they just released 3 wrestlers.
They did. They released a wrestler, and then they released 2 wrestlers in Summer Rae.
Yeah.
So, because she didn't do shit for like months.
They kept her off TV for a really long time,
Yeah.
which
After the Rusev thing.
I
I
kind of
don't
feel like
get.
I don't.
She had a place on TV. There's no reason she shouldn't
Right.
have been on TV.
She must have
like,
pissed someone
like
off
if you
in the
didn't want her
back.
to wrestle, fine. Like
Right.
I mean,
She could have turned into a valet. or
but
something.
she's of value. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
she
yeah,
was.
yeah,
She was
yeah.
definitely. You could have used her for something. Like it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
stupid. But
Like the Emma
not gonna
thing
argue
came
about
as
what
a
the
shock
WWE does.
because she just literally just had a
She had 2 matches with Asuka.
Emma had arguably like the best match on the pay-per-view.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Darren Young, and I was really shocked they let Darren Young go. But I feel like that was coming because
He's been hurt
well,
constantly.
it's not that. It seemed like he started distancing himself on like social media from all of it. I don't know if you paid attention to it.
I mean, I follow him on social.
He was like
media.
doing that campaign that he's been doing for like 2 years now,
Yeah.
but he's been doing like more like like public. I don't know what you want to say. Like speaking at events and stuff like that.
Yeah, public speaking.
Yeah, and
motivational stuff,
which
yeah.
is awesome that he's doing that.
But he has put, most of his online presence has been directed towards that. It's honestly been directed towards that and rehabilitating. Like now
Right.
that you say it, like you're right. Like
Yeah.
the only thing that I saw that was even referenced wrestling was the fact that he came back from an injury
Right.
that he got when he was
So-
wrestling. That was it.
But if you notice, if you go to like Emma's like Instagram, it still said It said her real name, and then it said Emma
It's been
WWE.
like that for a minute.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And then it's like for
You s-
inquiries, like
Oh yeah.
for
But
like
I-
modeling.
But honestly,
But it
though,
has
I
been like
feel
that.
like it's hard to read into that though
Make
because
sure
a lot
you,
of wrestlers.
Make sure you get. Yeah.
It's hard to read into that because a lot of wrestlers have been using their real names on social media
Yep.
and
And
then
not
having
their wrestling
Right.
name. Yep.
like they've been making it a point to distinguish themselves from like the wrestling
Right.
personality.
Yeah.
So
like Mojo Rawley, and then Mojo Rawling Balling. I don't know if you watched. Yeah, Mojo's sweet, by the way. I don't know if you watched Enzo's stories the other night.
I
and
guess
those
Instagram.
stories.
On
No,
on
oh, no.
dude.
I guess on TMZ, like legit, they like he came out of the club wearing
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the cruiserweight title after being drunk as fuck. And
Can you turn on the
TMZ
heat
was
a little
out
bit?
there asking him like about the rumor about him being kicked out of the locker room.
Yeah,
But
and
just
he was-
walked out of the club
and
just
he was
wearing
just
the
he was
cruiserweight
like
title.
he didn't say yeah to it. He's like, I got my own locker room now. And I was like, yeah, it sounds like you're dressing in the fucking public bathroom. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds
We're in the
like.
car in the parking lot.
So him and Mojo went to this fucking club,
Of course, it's Mojo that hangs out with
and
him.
I showed Sammy. I was like, look at this motherfucker. He had a girl sitting on his shoulders, and he was like basically like twerking and fucking going wild and shit, just being Mojo. And then it pans out. The next story is like everyone is fully clothed, and Mojo doesn't have a shirt on in this club, just fucking fist bumping and going fucking wild.
I mean, he's friends with Rob Gronkowski. I'm not surprised
I mean,
at all.
I love him. I wish he was
You
that
would.
character.
You love Jersey Shore, of course you fucking
Fuck
do.
yeah,
He
dude.
does.
It's the fall of man. Why wouldn't I love it? Like he's a lizard person.
Did they
what
come
if,
out?
What if Mojo is a lizard person, and that they like this is he's a
People
new.
think that you're crazier than Bo Dallas.
I don't give a fuck. I am. No, I'm not. 'Cause that dude's scary.
No,
He's
you
like
are.
Tom DeLonge scary.
I can't wait.
What
for
if
that one.
Mojo is a lizard person who just got into a skin and doesn't know how to act, and
Still feeling it out.
Yeah, he's still feeling it out.
Acting
you know,
out.
like,
Not
yeah.
really.
you know, like he was homeschooled and then he goes out into the wild and he's just like, well, I
It's
don't
like
fucking
whenever-
know.
What is it? When the
I
Amish
don't know what to do.
when the Amish have to go when they
Rumspringa.
turn
Rumspringa.
they turn a certain age.
Holy
they go
shit.
out to
What
see if
if-
they want to come back.
What if lizard people have
What
a
if Mojo was
Rumspringa?
really just an Amish
What if
that hasn't went back
What
home?
if he was just an Amish?
that hasn't went back home?
What if Mojo was Rumspringa? The whole
He
the
is
whole
like
festival
the-
itself.
He is like the
The living
Yes.
embodiment of Rumspringa. Perfect. That's what
Yep,
he should
that's
go by.
him.
I'm
Follow
gonna make-
me.
I'm gonna make new Google Images shirt with Mojo on it. It says the living embodiment of Rumspringa. Would you buy it?
No.
That's episode whatever number this is. Anyways, but yeah, you should. I think it's off now, but dude, Enzo's doing some fucking shit right now. I don't know what he's doing. I'm loving it.
Downward spiral.
I'm loving it. I don't like anything he does in the ring, but good God, everything outside of the ring he's doing where he's fucking up his whole life, I love it.
I heard they took
Yeah.
Neville off of the graphics for 205 Live.
Finally.
They finally took him off.
Hmm.
So
Remember like 2 years ago when people said that Heath Slater was going to evolve and it was supposed to be a working thing? Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Not really, no.
So there was a whole thing that Heath Slater, because he kept saying, he couldn't get work or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So they said he was going to go to Evolve and do like indie shows but still work for WWE. What if this is what's happening with Neville?
Oh, but just work.
Right. Regardless,
That'd
we're
be
all getting
cool.
worked. We're getting worked, brother.
Jericho's
Yeah.
working
I
everybody
mean, if I
right
get
now.
to see sweet matches out of it, I don't
Yeah,
really care.
exactly. Like I'll watch Neville versus Keith Lee. Yeah. Why wouldn't I watch that? That'd be fucking amazing.
But Jericho's working everybody because everybody's speculating that it's going to be Jericho and
Are you talking about the
Omega on a
drama with
boat- on a
Omega?
boat.
That's I can see that happening on a boat, but it's not happening at Wrestle.
I know that's just what
Somebody
everybody.
said, Keenan said that people were talking about it's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom. I'm
Because
like,
they were
they're
trying
never
to.
gonna let fucking
Somebody
Jericho do
said it's
that.
like because they're trying to expand more into America, and I was like,
Oh, I guarantee you.
It
if
wouldn't be by
McMahon-
wrestling Chris Jericho. I don't think that would be the
Oh
Yeah.
no! I guarantee you, if McMahon lets Jericho go, Gato's already on him because Jericho and Gato are actually like good friends.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course, why not?
I don't think that would ever happen though, because I don't think that Jericho would have the. He has too much free. He's
Yeah.
in a good situation right now in
Oh, yeah.
WWE.
But he could get Fozzy into Japan that way.
I hope that they play Omega out. Fozzy plays Omega out at Wrestle.
Do you think people care about Fozzy in Japan?
Who's Fozzy?
Dude, people fucking care about Fozzy. You guys honestly just don't realize it. The
I care about
motherfucker
Fozzy
went
the
top
Bear.
10 on the Billboard.
Fozzy.
For the first time ever. So people might care now.
That Judas-
in the United States, but
that
I'm
Judas
asking. I don't
song?
think.
Dude, how many times how many times have
tongues?
you heard it? Every time you listen to Jericho's podcast. Now he's playing the other song that they got.
Kill me.
I got to the point where I was hearing Judas so much I was like, what have I become? Well, you got to poop or something? You got to poop your phone? You can go outside and freeze. We can still hear you. Anyways, but yeah, Keenan said that there was a bunch of people like saying that Jericho's gonna be at Wrestle Kingdom, and I'm just like, that's not gonna fucking happen. It'd be cool as hell because it would be Jericho, but I would want Lionheart Jericho.
Which is not gonna.
Yeah,
happen.
that's gone. That's gone forever, which is a bummer. Because that was like when I was a kid, that was like one of my favorite wrestlers was Lionheart Jericho.
Yeah, but I mean, I still appreciate people who can have relevance and change with the times.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? So, like, yeah, that's my favorite version of him. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
like,
I think that's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that's my favorite version. Like the
sure.
list and everything. Like the original list with the holds.
oh yeah, list with that. Yeah.
Somebody made a reference that Rocky Romero is playing the Chris Jericho role where he just reinvents himself every like 2 years or so. And now he's reinvented himself into like a manager, but because remember when he first came to New Japan, they were all like American Young Boys or whatever, and he was in that. He was with Ricky Reyes and Davey Richards in that No Remorse Corps or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he switched to Forever Hooligans. And then he went to Roppongi, and now he's just a manager, like hype man type guy. And they're saying it's really cool to watch him like reinvent himself every year, or every couple years. Because
Right.
I mean, Alex Kozlov kind of forced him to do that because he kept getting fucked up. And
Yeah. The
I
injury
love
and
it.
everything.
Didn't he have that really bad match, and then
oh man, he got one of his matches was dog shit.
he just like, I'm done.
Oh, Kozlov.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Wasn't it? He had a really shitty match because he got hurt, and he just kept wrestling. And then he had that shit match, and he's like, I'm going to take some time off. And he just never came back.
Yeah.
I loved Forever Hooligans. I thought they were sweet.
I mean, they were enjoyable, but then I think after you've seen a few matches, like
Exactly,
you understood
yeah.
what the shtick was. You know what I mean? But that's always been
Sweet.
Rocky Romero's always guilty with that stuff, though. I feel like his.
Yeah. I mean, we saw him tag with Ciampa.
That was really sweet. Ring of Honor. Yeah.
It was a cool tag team. For
It was against
that-
Red Dragon, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that's when that was the first match, and your brother, that was the first time
his
seeing
first
it.
indie wrestling. Yeah.
He was a little confused because he was like this. It was like Red Dragon being their shit,
Yeah.
just kicking the fuck out of people, and he was just sitting there, just like, what the fuck, like. And then he started getting into it, and then he was like loving it. It was kind of cool to see that happen.
Yeah. But yeah, with Rocky, like the shticks that he does get old. You know what I mean? Like to me,
Oh,
like
dude,
the in match stuff, like it's
He's
cheesy.
He's still doing the forever clothesline.
Rocky Romero is?
Yeah, because he was just because he's still wrestling.
Oh, I thought he was only doing manager stuff.
He's
now.
doing the Gato stuff where like he'll wrestle.
Oh, just when he
needs.
needs in the multi-man tags.
And he did the forever thing 2 nights ago, and I was just like, I get it. It's kind of like Kojima's where the fuck he yells and he elbow drops someone. It just, you know what I mean? It's kind of like
It's a
his
signature thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And it's cool that he has that because I can't really think of any other like gaijin that have a signature that gets over in Japan
Well,
other
he's just
than
been
like the
over
Young
there
Bucks.
forever.
Oh yeah, he's been over there since fucking 2006.
Yeah, could you even consider that him a
Yeah, I
guy?
guess
You know
not.
what I mean?
It's like Kenny. Kenny's been over there so long. It's like
Yeah.
he's like there. He is Japanese basically
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's like Hanson and Brody, all those guys. They were over there for so long and did so much like
That's when
big things. Like
Stan even got married over the.
had a secret life.
Yeah, had a secret life over
Did
there.
you know that? Oh yeah, he had a whole fucking.
Didn't read the
family.
book yet.
No, it was-
No, he said it on a
Yeah.
JR's
Oh,
podcast.
yeah, I didn't read his book.
When we went and got the book signed.
Oh yeah, best of luck.
Best. It's like what?
Why did you
Okay.
write that? That was a weird night. Just a
We
weird
met
place.
Stan Hansen, so sweet.
Yeah,
West
in
Virginia,
his-
bumfuck West Virginia.
Fucking 8-inch wrist.
And and he just got in there and he started saying Kawada and Masawa, and we were just like, hell yeah! Now we
Keep
can
talking.
leave. We can leave.
And I ran over to Ricky Morton. You remember that?
I think
Do
I
you-
still got the video on my
Do you
phone.
remember that? That was so stupid. They were
They're
watching
coming back
me.
to. They're
'Cause-
coming back to WWE.
What's his name was in it from Dayton? The dude who wrestles in Rock from Chillicothe.
Oh, Ron Mathis.
Mathis was
yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Daryl's
He
not a big
fell
fan
off.
of Mathis, apparently.
He fell off.
Well, he had like 6 inches of his stomach removed. He had some crazy like.
Yeah, it's like a Crohn's like type of thing.
Yeah, he got like really fucking.
It's like what
sick.
Brock Lesnar had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diverticulitis.
I don't know if it was that. I know he had some like crazy like disease, and he had like, they had to have it
I'm
like
pretty sure
emergency.
it's like Crohn's. Like that
Yeah,
shit'll
so
fuck
he
you
fell the
up.
fuck off because of that. Because he was getting in crazy shape, like he was looking pretty good, and
He
then
looking bad last time we saw him at that Rockstar.
no. What I was saying was like, his body and stuff was looking odd. Like he like was taking time to take care of his body. He was eating right apparently, and like doing all the shit you need to do, and then he had to have like pieces of his stomach removed, and he's just kind of like he's slowly getting back into it, which it sucks to hear that because, I mean he was like wrestling fucking everywhere essentially for a minute at least.
Because he was getting booked consistently on like CZW and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
He's in like Tournament of Death, I think like twice. Yeah, he wrestled Nick Cage in some crazy
That was
Some crazy West Virginian death match shit. Craziness. Madman Pondo. That's what I think of when I think of crazy West Virginians is Madman Pondo and Jessica White. It's pretty accurate.
there was a venue down
together.
there that they used to like it was a wrestling ring there, and it was where Pondo's like organization was, and they said he would just go to like every show and just sit there as a.
Did he come out Zeke hailing everybody?
Oh, I hope not.
Yikes. Anyway, do you know about that?
no.
He had this like Nazi gimmick for a minute. Yeah. There. Look it up.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. I saw it one time and I was like, don't want this on my search. I was like,
Delete.
yeah. Now, what were you talking about? Oh, wait. I know what I was going to add. Rusev fucking tweeted that if I go, I go when people were getting released. And I was just like, come on, baby. Come on. But I don't know. I want that Uso penitentiary.
Gulag, man. Rusev Gulag.
Dude.
That's what I want.
I
That'd
knew
be
that he was muscular. And then he took that picture with him, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's just jacked.
I would enjoy seeing him in New Japan too.
Yeah. Didn't Meltzer say that
He's like
Rollins
the-
was the only guy? Or
He's like, but somebody asked him besides AJ, who could go to New Japan. He said Rollins and Rusev were the only two that he could say that could be pinnacle in New Japan.
Speaking of people getting released, what the fuck's Dana Brooks doing?
Well, her boyfriend or just passed away.
What?
He choked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he choked
Wait,
to
who
death.
was her boyfriend?
He was
I don't think he wasn't a wrestler. He was in the
He was a
bodybuilding
body-
world.
He
Oh,
like choked it. Yeah,
shit.
he like choked to death.
I know who I can't remember his name, but there was a guy that passed away. His name was Rich Piani. He was like this huge fucking guy.
Might be.
Well, it wasn't him. He passed away, but 2 weeks before that, another bodybuilder passed away.
Well, she
So I think
said
it was that. Who was it? Dallas McCarver.
She said that he was. He's like, I'm just gonna make some food. Like like
Right.
she was on the road and she said this. I'm gonna make some food, and I'll text you later. And it's like, well, she never did text. And then whenever she was like text one of her friends like, hey, can you go over there and check on him? And he had like
Choked
choked to death. on
Holy
his food.
shit!
So WWE like. I guess
Kinda
like
let her have time.
I guess WWE like paid for to
Well,
help
that's-
her out, paid
that's
for the
nice of 'em.
funeral
That's
and
cool.
stuff like that.
Yeah, but I was always wondering like her and there's like a couple other people. It's just like Tamina, like
Well, Tamina was
The-
just in that whole thing with the women. I think she's gonna be.
They're talking about the siege.
Yeah, the thing where they're
SmackDown
where
attack
oh
roll.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
invasion thing.
she
Okay.
she was in on that, so she'll be in like because Nia Jax like tweeted at her. It's like, I'll see you at Survivor Series.
Huh. Weird.
So they just, the I was like listening, and Meltzer said that the reason that they'll do anything to make Nia Jax happy is because her and The Rock are so close. And
So they wanna
they're
keep a
afraid-
good
They're
relationship?
afraid if they piss her off enough, it's
They
going to
won't
make
get
him
The
mad,
Rock
and
back.
he'll just won't come back.
They won't have him back for John Cena versus The Rock, 2028. Oh, I'm so excited. Just saying that just makes me excited.
Get
I
you.
can't wait for Dino versus The Undertaker. Just do a run in, just jack him off real fast, and just leave. Did you listen
Fantasy
to
booking.
that? Dude, that's
No,
been,
you told me about it.
That's been a fucking fantasy book of mine for a long goddamn time. Could you just fucking imagine Dino sliding in? Like, let's say the Undertaker's
Undertaker
wrestling.
sets up, and then
Right there's Dino's dick. And he just puts his trunks over Undertaker's head.
and then pile drive.
Like, let's just say it's Undertaker versus Seth Rollins, all right? Just that was the first wrestler I thought of. And they're like, what's this commotion in the crowd? What is it? And it's Dino in his fucking Speedo that he wears. And he slides in, and he gives him that fucking look, and then puts the Undertaker's head in his underwear that he does, and does that Dino driver.
No, he tombstones him, and then whenever
I
he
would-
lays down, he just 69s.
It just shakes him. he like spikes him and just shakes him up and down. I would fucking buy stock in
And
WWE.
Undertaker sold it.
Yeah. Undertaker's like,
just jiggled.
wiggling.
Just like- and then afterwards, he did that like crazy laugh he did to Brock Lesnar, like, ha, ha, ha. I liked it. It's like, holy shit. Could you imagine the
like
fucking
Undertaker's new awakening. Like,
oh god, the dead man comes back. Could you imagine the tag team between Dino and the Undertaker? Oh,
I don't want to.
God, the thoughts I'm having.
He gets
Brothers of
so
Destruction.
He gets so worked up.
God, have you seen the Dino shirt?
No.
So one of them says "Homo Death" real big on it, and I was like, "Wow, that shirt is never being worn." I was just like,
Like a never
"Dude,
own it.
all of his
Hard pass.
yeah, all of his shirts do not translate well in America, like or in English, like not good." I love it. I don't love that, but I just like all I want.
It's like I think I know what you wanted to mean.
yeah, I totally
but
get
that's
it.
not that.
And they have another character named Rainbow Kanemaru. And Rainbow,
Kanemaru.
you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Dude, looks like a human is wearing a clown outfit, like with like the big poofy things on. And I think I won't speculate on that. But he goes when he shakes people's hands, before the match, he carries a thing of bleach in his hand and he squirts the people's hands before he shakes them. It's fucking great. But he's in their Basara. So he's in like their like under thing, but I haven't seen him wrestle in a while. But he's like this really, really small dude. He's like 110 pounds. It's great. He could be Switchblade. Segue.
I was gonna say sick segue.
So I have made a list of Switchblade people that we've said that could be Switchblade in the past episodes, plus another one.
Lay it on me.
I'm gonna tell you the list, and then I'll. Well, actually, there's a couple in there. It's not Sammy Callahan, rumored. Chuck Taylor. We've only said that. Jericho now apparently. Jay White. the hell is that cat doing? Simon Grimm or Simon Gotch, Flip Gordon, Jimmy Havoc's a new one, and Johnny Mundo. Callahan can't do it because he just signed with TNA.
Did he?
He's going to be at Bound for Glory, and he's booked that weekend of Power Struggle in Chicago, and so is Chuck Taylor.
Okay.
So that's 2 off the list, unless they fucking do like they did for Cody. Like he wasn't there. They just did the thing, you know what I mean? But
Right.
so that means Chuck could still be it. But I don't I don't see them working with fucking TNA of all fucking companies.
No.
That ship sailed.
I think
Sailed.
New Japan knows better than that for one.
Let's just cross these fucking names out. All right, Jericho's a no forever. Jay White is probably who it's going to be.
That's who I hope it is.
So, and I'm going to say Flip Gordon's a no, and Jimmy Havoc. So
Where did Jimmy Havoc come from?
fucking Reddit, bro. When you post each week on Reddit like I do, asking the same question, you get different answers each week. I've asked for 3 straight weeks. Hey, guys, who do you think Switchblade is? I think it's Jay White, or it could be Sami Callihan. That's kind of a rumor. Next week. So this whole Switchblade thing, who do you think it is, guys? I just reword it each week, and I'm getting different fucking answers each week. And it's been, I'm obsessing about it. I love it. It's every Tuesday morning. It's what I do. All right, leave me alone.
So tomorrow's week 4.
Yep, whole month. So
I think it's
we
Jay
do
White.
You think it's Jay
I
White?
hope it's Jay White because I don't want it to be Sami Callihan, and those are the only 2 that I think are the.
I don't want it to be
Most
Sami
likely.
Callihan. Period. I just don't think that'd be good. I don't care.
I don't know what it is. I just would not care to see him
Keenan
wrestle
said-
in New Japan.
Keenan said he'd like to see Johnny Mundo. I think was that you just said that? Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing how he comes off wrestling in New Japan. I think he's good enough to. I think that he will be way more successful than Cody Rhodes wrestling in New Japan. That's for sure.
Oh shit! You know who I fucking forgot about? It's PJ Black.
No, dude, he's injured. Didn't he like dislocate
He almost
both his
died.
Oh,
Yeah, he, like-
Oh, and was that a parachute?
both his ankles or knees or
Parachuting.
something
Well, he
like that.
does
He-
the
Base
paragliding,
jumping. He does
Oh,
base
okay.
jumping.
Okay.
and he almost died.
If they would take
More,
that,
he's done it more than once. He's
Yeah.
almost died more than once.
I wish they would take that whole Worldwide Underground group and just put him in New Japan, like Jack Evans.
The thing
Johnny
that sucks is his
Mundo,
like
all those
Mundo's
dudes, just bring 'em
ladies
in.
like Mundo's ladies is so good, but she wouldn't
Well, yeah,
wrestle there.
You talking about Taya Valkyrie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks also because, yeah, she would have to wrestle in Stardom or Josie Pro or whatever. But
But
yeah.
man, she is fucking great.
Yeah, she's killing it. Have you watched any of her matches yet?
Not recently. I haven't.
Dude, she's fucking tough. She's
She's
like,
like turned up. Like
yeah, she's I don't know what it is. But she's like, I think she just wrestled Brian Cage, just like 1-on-1.
Talking about Taya?
Yeah, like goddamn. And
Where was that?
I think it was Lucha Underground, because he gut wrenched. So he stood on the second rope on the apron and picked her up gut wrench style from in the ring and gut wrench sideplexed her to a table on the outside. It's like, what? Like men aren't doing this. and
Yeah,
this, she's tough as fuck.
I have not been on the ball with this most recent season of Lucha Underground.
I just read stuff. I was listening to a podcast for
I
a while.
lost El Rey on the Roku.
How dare you?
But yeah, that's
Wait, can you get it on the Roku?
it was on Sling. I had
Oh, it's
well, I
Sling,
lost
that's
it on
right.
Sling.
I just got a Roku like a month ago. There's a channel just called Wrestling, and whenever you click on it, it just gives you an old match.
Yeah, you told me.
And then
about
when you
that.
go back, it gives you another old match. There's nothing to actually choose from. It's just a random match. And I got like Wahoo McDaniel versus Jerry Gordon, and I was like, I'm done with this. I don't need to see any of this shit. Johnny Mundo would be interesting. I want it to be fucking Chuck Taylor so bad, because it would be interesting, and I think it could be why they keep bringing him into the Being the Elite videos. I don't know if you watch those.
I honestly don't watch them too. I watch like random like clips here, the gifs more so than anything.
He's just in each episode for like the past like 5 episodes and he's in it for like 10, 15 seconds in each one, and it's just him being
If
a
he would
dick.
come in and be like how he was in Evolve when he was Dustin,
Yeah, that's what I want, is him to be like serious. Like
because he's like, I'm here to kill.
he went up
Evolve.
in one of those. He went up
Yeah.
to he was standing next to a fountain machine. And I think it was Scorpio Sky. Oh no, it was Jay Lethal, and he's standing next to a pop fountain thing, and it said out of order, and he was going up to get his cup, like put his cup onto it,
Uh-huh.
and he goes, "Can't you read the sign? Out of order." And he grabs his cup and then fills his cup up with the soda and then just pours it out as it's still going. And he's just staring at him and just like flicks his fingers at him. And then he's just like, God, Chuck Taylor's a dick. But they've been doing that for like 5 episodes now. So I don't know. I kind of hope that goes somewhere. And where I hope it goes is like he's Switchblade. That's it. That's where I hope that all that goes. That was a long, drawn out story just to tell you that I want Chuck Taylor to be Switchblade. You look like you're dying.
I'm getting a little worse.
I'm getting a little worse.
I'm getting a little worse. No, I'm just getting a little. Not feeling
I
good.
can't smell anything.
I can't either.
Mhm.
I'm not feeling,
Real tomato ketchup, Eddie.
I'm not feeling too good.
Darrell,
Yes.
I think we're coming to an end.
Okay.
You're the man of 1,000 bands. You want to plug at least 3 of them?
At least 3 of them.
Yeah, well, because I don't really know how many you're in besides like 6.
Sure. So, Northern Widows, getting ready to come out of that album. Y'all were in our band together
No,
Yep.
nope.
at one point in time.
A long time, actually.
Yeah.
Like 3 years.
Yeah, we were in a band together
Yeah.
for like 3 or 2
And
years.
then we were in Avalanche before that, so we were in it.
That's
really,
when you and I first met and we bonded over wrestling.
That's true. And City Barbecue.
Yes.
Because when I had my knee surgery, we ate a lot of it. And
we were
got-
going, that was every Sunday thing, I think, is us going to City Barbecue
And I
while
will
you were
say,
rehabbing.
Yeah, I will say that really made me fat.
Fucked me up too.
Yeah. there were points where like we would eat and we would be like, oh yeah, this is so good, and be like, we got to get home. It's it's a bad day, but it was so good.
But yeah, so Northern Widows, play guitar in that. Northern Widows dot widows, not windows,
Northern Widows.
.bandcamp.com. Minority Threat.
Are you guys album coming out with Head to Wall still?
Yep. That's
Doing,
coming.
Pressing.
Just
like a-
finished recording that. Yeah, it's going to actually be legit vinyl. So just gave that to them. So we're just trying to figure out when it'll actually
Wow.
come out.
So
Nice.
7 to 8 months later, you're gonna.
Because that's how the whole vinyl, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause-
It
yeah.
sucks.
So be sitting on that for another year.
It's cool when it happens, but like it.
I mean,
it's the
I'm anxious
process.
as fuck, and I hate
Oh,
waiting
yeah,
for
yeah,
that shit,
yeah.
dude.
It's
I
like
just I record it, and then I just want to send it to everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that. Then Minority Threat has another album coming out soon. We just finished recording that. That's getting mixed.
Same on Head to Wall.
Head to
also
Wall too. Yeah,
pressed or just taped.
getting pressed too. Yeah,
Damn.
Nice.
taking care of me.
Man of 1,000 discs.
And playing guitar in Maranatha, which is what Maranatha is heavy. .bandcamp.com. Working on a full length.
Not Marinara
Not Marinara.
or Marinara.
There's one or the other.
It's one or the other. There's a church over where I deliver to, and it just says Maranatha the Believers. And but Maranatha's real fucking big, and it says the Believers underneath it and small.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? But it's like on the east side, like way out there. Yeah, I don't deliver to the church. I deliver to the Kroger next to it. So yeah. Any other bands? Any shows? Out-of-state,
Yes. So
in-state?
Sunday, November 5th, we're playing at the Summit. Northern Widows is with Crewneck from Dayton, who
It's another
I
band
play
you're in.
bass in. Yeah.
It's gonna be the Darrell Chess Fest.
Yes. The Darrell Chess experience.
You just don't get off stage. You
No,
just stay.
never.
You just keep plugging, like you're playing a guitar, and then they just give you a bass, and you just plug it straight in the guitar amp.
No, we're playing with a grime perfidious order from Cincinnati. It's like a grime band. The dude Logan, who always hooks me up whenever my band's playing Cincinnati, he's finally coming up this way. So basically booked the show to help them out. But yeah, that's Sunday at the Summit.
Sweet.
And that's all I have coming up. As far as that
Pierogi
goes.
Mountain. That's the same place, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Next
One-
door.
one side of it, yeah. Well, sweet. Well, thanks for coming on. We've only been talking about getting you on for I don't know, about a fucking year now.
For as much as we talk about wrestling outside
Yeah,
of this,
no shit. Yeah. Well, it's always like scheduling and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though we live a mile and a half away from each other.
But you never do it here, really. I think that's always the hardest part.
Yeah.
Driving at the chili.
True that. Keenan is sick.
I'm dying.
You're not dying.
I'm dying.
You can find Keenan on Twitter at StanXHansen. You can find me on Twitter at BruiserXBrody.
You can even find me on Instagram at the Chillicothe Gentleman.
Okay, buddy. Darrell, where can people find you on Twitter to hear your stuff?
Bart_Jr. And then Instagram's Bad News Bart.
Boom. Northern Widows, Minority Threat, Maranatha,
Crewneck.
Keenan's Dead, Crewneck.
Coming at you.
God damn it. New shirts dropped today. Follow us on Twitter at FNGR Poke of Doom. Follow us on Instagram at Finger Poke of Doom Podcast. Later.
Whoop.